Good morning, AV addicts. Well, today we have come to the deepest, I was going to say Norfolk, but we're actually staying in the edge of Suffolk and Norfolk border in a beautiful farm. We're visiting the 100th Bomb Group Memorial. 100th Bomb Group was known as the Bloody 100th, and it was the recent subject of an amazing Spielberg Hanks miniseries called Masters of the Air. And we've come along because we're going to go and visit the 100th Bomb Group Memorial Museum, which is based in the old control tower. Anyway, without further ado, let's go do this. These are amazing, these little roads. And obviously it's a beautiful fall day, and well, beautiful big clouds. Not the odd rain shower, but beautiful clouds. You've got the little tiny single track roads all around the Suffolk and Norfolk area around the bases. You can just imagine the various American deuce and a halves and with the bombs in the back and all the jeeps winding their way and all the airmen and American personnel and Red Cross personnel and everybody else zapping back around right here from Thorpe Abbotts and maybe off to one of the drinking holes like the Half Moon at Rushall, things like that. It would have been great. It's very evocative, and obviously we've got the full autumnal trees as well, so it really is absolutely beautiful. So this is Thorpe Abbotts, very rural now, and we're going to go and have a look. So this is the entrance to it. It's free admission, but I really do recommend that you donate to this very worthy museum. And when you actually see some of the footage we've shot here, it is so worth visiting. Please do, and support this. Programs like Masters of the Air are incredible and have really made this a particularly wonderful story and brought it back to life, and quite harrowing, but an amazing history of the Bloody 100th. Anywho's, let's go and have a look at this wonderful museum. Like many museums in this country, Thorpe Abbotts is run by volunteers, and they do an exceptional job. This is probably the best restored control tower I've ever seen in my life. You've then got the various shops and things like that, and a beautiful cafe. They're building a new building over the other edge as well, which is great. It's an incredible place. What we'll do is we'll try not to get anyone in this, because we don't like getting people in these in my videos, as you know, people that watch these. But over here we have the details of the control tower. This control tower has been restored as a museum dedicated to the 100th Bomb Group, with the bomb squadrons 349th, 350th, 351st and 418th, and supporting it units. You can imagine there was lots of units. That's the original in memoriam. And then obviously this fine gentleman, he brought the whole museum to life as well. So the rest of the airfield is on private property. So this is up that little track where you can just imagine the jeeps would trundle up and the vehicles would trundle up to take the crews out to the B-17s. Various hard standings over there, but it's a working farm, which is very poetic really. You have various parts of the domestic site over there. Absolutely fantastic, lovely place. So this is the actual, next to the control tower you have the ID letter symbol, if you like, the square for Thorpe Abbotts there. That's looking out over the airfield. It's a very moody day today to come and look. Winston's enjoying the smells and sniffs, which is good. But it is absolutely amazing. I'm not going to shoot too much video around inside because, to be honest, you've got to come and see it for yourself. But it certainly is an incredible day to come and look. You can imagine this in the skies, the B-17's coming back over there, coming back towards over the airfield from a raid. Flares going off. All the ground crew waiting for them, all the Red Cross ladies with the sandwiches, the donuts, the hot coffee, the hot joe as it was. And now you see it sort of, the airfield set basically as with crops. Absolutely incredibly well preserved, albeit, obviously a lot of the concrete has gone, and the runways and a lot of the tracks. This is original here. It's this track here, as you can see there. Absolutely incredible. You can almost hear the B-17s, or you would if I wasn't talking so much. Coming back. And then up here, the control tower with the watch office, with the people waiting, stood there waiting carefully, waiting, listening, hoping, praying. Can you imagine on the Munster raid, I think it was, where 13 aircraft from the 100th went out and only one came back? Can you imagine what it would have been like waiting up there, looking out towards the runway, and then waiting for the aircraft in circuit, coming back, flying back here. They'd be coming along, and when only one aircraft came back, that must have been very, very, very sombre and difficult. You'd hope to see more. And then maybe on some of the others, you count the aircraft you'd lost. You'd send 14 out, and maybe only 3 or 4 came back, or 10 came back. But every single one fired the flare for indicating injured on board. Absolutely incredible. The history of this place is beyond belief. If you haven't seen Masters of the Air, you've got to see it. It's incredible. The engine shed. So what you've got here is you've got a constructed plaque down here, stainless steel, and it was up into at the base until the base was being demolished in the 1950s. So this is the 351st bomb squad, and it went to a private residence, and then it was brought back again, but to the museum. I think it's fantastic. Just a very, very quick canter through this, because as I said, you've really got to come and read it yourself. You've got to come and see all the details of the raids, all the various crews and things like that. Masters of the Air really does cover it quite well. Some fantastic exhibits. I love these original bikes. Bikes were a real commodity and sought after at most American bases. And you've got this cracking Sperry Ball turret. So you've got this lovely Sperry Ball turret, various other bits and pieces. I love this. I absolutely love this. This daily status, saying about how many hours and for each of the aircraft and crew chief and things like that. That's an original board, as is the engine status up here. So I believe this is actually the engine room, so that's really quite something. Over up here we've got the various raids as well, probably from someone's accommodation block. Lots more bicycles. Lots of photographs of not just Thorpe Abbotts but other bases show bicycles. They were such a commodity and so useful and important to the airmen and the ground crew and the Red Cross and all the bombers, the armourers, everybody who supported this, what happened, and the amazing nature. Lovely wheels, as you know, I love my wheels. Inside the control tower, lots of amazing exhibits, lots of personal items, because so many veterans come back. We'll just have a quick whizzle through them, but wow, I absolutely love this original drawing as well. So it's been lovingly restored, pretty perfect. Of course the 100th live on, it's an air-to-air refuelling unit. Now Mildon Hall. What are you doing? So, and as you can see, the museum is closely affiliated with them, which is cracking. They fly KC-135 tankers, so air-to-air refueling. So it's great to see the heritage. These are amazing, some of the bits found on the airfield, which I always find fascinating. More cracking displays. So this is the pilot's office for the B-17. Fantastic display that's completely new, not seen that before. As you can hear, we've got the monkey. Winston is not very helpful. And then again, different parts of this is inside the control tower. So you look out those windows and you just imagine across the airfield, everyone would be geared to waiting for the bombers to come back, praying that they'd all come back safely. So each room has an amazing display. So this looks like a switchboard and generator area. Oh. Famous Norden bomb site. These are the stairs going up to the top floor. So here you've got, my goodness, look at that artwork. I've been to lots of these watch offices and they're absolutely amazing places to go to. The views that must have been seen over the airfield, incredible. I remember going to one of these towers, it felt really spooky. Someone very famous said if there are ghosts, they would be here. One of the great things to look at, again we're not going to look much of them at all because it's good for people to come and actually look at here for themselves. It's all the personal history, absolutely incredible. Lots of everyone, a little human interest story. Every single person. Took a lot to get these aircraft flying and into the air. Lots of people on the ground, chefs, all trades. Not just aircrew, pilots and everybody else. Absolutely incredible, everybody. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go onto the balcony and up to the top. So they would have come out of here, they would have waited for the bombers. So there's going to be a lot of talk about waiting for bombers. And so there'll be lots and lots of people waiting and waiting and waiting. So it'd be there, looking out, waiting, praying that the bombers will all come back. So evocative up here, it's incredible. You just hear it. You just hear the people. That big sky. You hear the droning of the bombers. Still now. Yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to walk up the steps. Mostly by ourselves, I think. So on top of the tower. A lot of these tower museums don't have this still fitted to them, which is a pity. But we're sat up here, there's the barometer. So you've had the barometer so you could tell the and the wind, anemometer, so you could tell conditions. There's a flying control officer there. It's the head of the flying control. Actually sat out there on this amazing watchtower. You've got binoculars for looking out for the aircraft. You've got telephones to the Met people, telephones to the crash people, things like that. Now, the thing you must come and see, which is brilliant, is this map. This map is orientated correctly. You can look at the map and then see where you are on it, and you can see where things would be. So if we look here, so the control tower is here, there. So you can see that we are there, and you can see in front of us the that little track going out. Okay, and then what you've got is that goes onto the this taxiway here, which there's not very much, but you can see the taxiway, and then you would have had the runways there. So we would literally be looking out there. So that track is that little strip, so you can see the strip going off perpendicular to us, and then you can see part of the strip going round to there. That would have gone also, if it was torn up, going right the way down the other side there, and then the main runway would have been over there one side, and it would be parallel to that strip. You can see that Perry track or taxiway over to there as well. So they would literally have either waited for the bombers to return, they would have seen them taking off, and then they would have waited for them to return, coming from that area and coming behind the actual tower. That's what would have happened effectively. Now if we look at the place again as well, the map, so what you've got is over here is the domestic site. So that, and then you've got the other two minor runways there as well. And then you've got all the hard standings. So if we look up now, we can see the hard standings would be over there, and the A arrangement for the runways would be over there for the more minor runways. That would be the major runway over there, and then right in the distance and beyond that part, which I think possibly is part of the main runway on that bank, you would have had domestic buildings all over there. Anyway, I think we've done enough, and I think we've given you a taster of it, but the history in this place is incredible, as I keep saying. Do come here, do come to the Thorpe Abbotts Museum and have a great time, because it really is well worth coming and visiting. And I'd like to thank Thorpe Abbotts people for letting us, and volunteers and the group, for letting me take this video. So please support these museums. They are donation only, and they really, really do great things supporting the greatest generation. Fly safe, guys. Have fun.